from Joliet, Illinois, welcome race fans one and all back to Greenflight TV, where this afternoon we get set to go racing once again on Tuesday nights. Welcome to the OMSRL Cup Series and a Tuesday night prime time. My name is Oliver, bringing you all of racing action from start to finish on this absolutely stellar afternoon of racing. Bound to be a good one as we take once again to the 1.5 mile D Oval. That is Chicagoland Speedway. With the curve back straightaway and a track that has been defunct since 2019, this place may have been left by the wayside by the NASCAR higher-ups, but here on iRacing, it still gets the love that it is very much deserving of, and we are looking to put on one heck of a show this afternoon as we continue to battle our way further and further into the championship. Only a handful of races remain before the playoff run. At the moment, we enter round number 9, and, the big chase starting up just 3 weeks from today. 3 races are left in March if you include the one tonight. We go to Rockingham, Kentucky next week, and while David Farber and James Silvers hold the top 2 spots on the championship order, the big battle is on for the number 10 spot right now. Gage Teft, 4 points ahead of Tyler Greneau, and 10 points ahead of Tyler Greneau, and definitely looking to try and see if he can't secure his run in with that number 33 car. So Gage Teft, still a lot of work to do if he wants to get secure in. Tyler Greneau only just barely made the chase last season with some help from his ESM teammates. Now the question is, will we get a similar story playing out in the last 2 weeks? We don't have a short track between now and the chase kicking off, so that's going to be a huge battle in of itself for Tyler Greneau to see if he can fight his way into the championship. One driver that has surprised me all season, Spencer Ray, the All-American Motorsports number 6, 2-time repeat defending champion, not having the dominant performance that we've seen him have in seasons past. Right now sitting 8th place in the points, pretty safely locked in, 30 points above Robert Peterson, but everything can change, especially if he ends up missing a week or two. I doubt he will. He's been so regular so far throughout the entirety of the season, but who knows? And you have to look at the competition as well throughout the course of the season so far. You've got across the first 8 races, only 2 drivers, Matt Rucci and Cole Fralick, both of which are not present this afternoon, have managed to fight their way to a second win. So good chance that we're going to be seeing ourselves with an 8th different winner on the season entering round number 9, or hey, potentially we could be, a third repeat winner entering round number 9, or we could be seeing our 7th unique winner on the season. Both options, equal possibilities this afternoon. So far, the drivers that have wins on the boards this season, besides Fraley and Rucci, you look to Greneau, Silvers, LaFrance, Tuttle. Right now, those are all the guys that have only 1 win on the boards, and there is some good chances we could be seeing Mickey Tuttle and James Silvers fighting for wins tonight. They are qualified 1st and 3rd respectively right now with just a few seconds left in the qualifying order. So racing action ready to kick off once again from the Windy City. It's been a hot minute since we've been to Joliet, Illinois, and of course, last time we were out here with OMSRL was several seasons ago for the SRE Truck Series. They took a swing out here just about 2 weeks ago. So we've been getting some more love for some of these more classic venues that we all know and love so dearly. And well, qualifying going to draw to a close, and as qualifying does draw to its conclusion, we're going to be able to take a rundown of what your official starting grid looks like as the field lining on up behind the iRacing pace car, and this is how they'll roll out on the Chicagoland Speedway. Pole position headed up by Mickey Tuttle alongside Robert Peterson. James Silvers starts back in 3rd. Ryan Dingler hanging on to 4th. Connor LaFrance in 5th. David Farmer in 6th. Jeremiah Hobbs in 7th. Spencer Ray brings it up in 8th with Stefan Brissell in 9th, and Sean Kaiser for the Bandit Motorsports crew rounds out the top 10. Primetime Racing's Davey Hazard starts at 11th alongside Austin McColgan in 12th. Row 7 headed up by MWMF driver Noah Swafford alongside AAM runner Barron Morton. Tyler Greneau talked about him needing to have some good runs to fight his way into the chase. So far, not looking to have a good one tonight, starting down to 15th alongside Scott Thomason Racing driver Scott Griffin. Brett Rucker starts at 17th alongside Apex Racing's Gage Teft. LGR Motorsports driver Jared Kudo starts in 19th alongside MWMF's Dallas Pulsher. From there, down through the field, It is Jacob Noyes, Sean Bounty, Maxwell Kroll, Austin Gassiel, Mikael Robertson, and Adrian Loya, the bottom two drivers from Midwest Motorsports, not putting down times this afternoon. So just waiting now on a handful of cars to grid on up. And this show will get set to roll out once again. Tuesday nights have always been a wild ride throughout the course of the season, and caution strains, especially near the end, have unfortunately been far from uncommon. It's been the norm for much of the races this season. But we've been seeing a lot of leagues able to clean their act up as we enter the second halves of the seasons, and hoping that OMSRL is going to be absolutely no different. These guys have the potential to go long. They've shown that before with a 70-lap green flag run at Homestead Miami Speedway. So the possibility is there, and we're rolling out from Chicagoland. Working their way into turn numbers 3 and 4. Mickey Tuttle leads the way as we get set to roll on out once again. The McTuttles, number 53 Chevy Camaro, working its way through turn numbers 3 and 4. He will have full control as we get set to enter the Geico Race Star Zone. Time to get the party started. It's go, go, go from Joliet, Illinois. Turn number 4, leading lap number 1 will be Mickey Tuttle at the line. Everyone else in lockstep as we fire it back down towards turn number 1. Coming up from the bottom is Connor LaFrance, shuts the door on James Silver. Silver's caught in the middle of Adrian Loya and his teammate David Farmer. Farmer's going to pull clear in the Waynesville number 84 Chevy Camaro. He's now alongside Connor LaFrance. LaFrance driving it in deep on the inside line while Robert Peterson up front making moves on Mickey Tuttle. Battle for the lead is on as we rocket it back down to the turn numbers 1 and 2 for the third time this afternoon. Rip into the back straightaway. Peterson still with the run down low. Dingler in the mix, trying to see if he's got a run for him. Robert Peterson pulling clear with the Klondike Mustang off of 4. A lot of battling going on for the top spots right now as here comes Dingler off the top side of turn 2. He's got a good run. Ryan Dingler looking to snipe the race lead away. 100% racing driver Robert Peterson. Dingler way up to the high side and 4. One car catches the fence deep in the field, but Ryan Dingler pulls clear. First back to 21st, still all packed up under a thick blanket right now. Silver's into the wall, Farmer into the wall. Robert Peterson's not done fighting yet. He shoots to the inside of Ryan Dingler's number 16. Lead battle continuing to intensify as Dingler works the top shelf. Robert Peterson down on the low side. Adrian Loya. Sorry, make that Jeremiah Hobbs. My apologies. Hobbs scrambled to the inside of Farmer in the Denver Mattress number 12. It's still 2 by 2 like it's a high-speed pace lap. Man, these guys just not able to break away from each other this afternoon. Look at Barrett Morton. Morton absolutely flying through this field. He picks off Hobbs. Quickly dukes to the inside of LaFrance, trying to dig for the bottom. LaFrance, though, pinches in the number 9. Trouble, trouble, big trouble. Multiple cars around. Renault's around. Kaiser's around. Jared Kuno on the outside wall. He collides with WMF Motorsports driver Brett Rucker. Caution comes out for the first time tonight in a big mess coming off of turn 4. Taking a look, looking for 4 wide, and just doesn't work. Renault gets into Kaiser, tipped Swafford. Gage Teff got cut up, and then eventually he got turned back into the outside wall. Spun down low. And look right here is, oh man, I mean, Rucker had to correct up the racetrack and just doored the 22 here, who had already gone into the wall. Tough break for a handful of drivers involved in this mess. That was not the way. I know some of these guys were hoping to get their days started. Right on board with the LGR Motorsports driver, Jared Kuno. Whoopsie daisy. Like I said, tough break. From the air, and you can see it kind of start. And it just never stopped. So again, caution flag out for the first time this afternoon. And I think a lot's been learned based off of the initial opening salvo of laps that we've had here with this one. Race car lights go out. We are 1 to green this time by. End of stage 1 comes in at lap 35. This will be really quickly on board with Tyler Greneau as he made the move down the back straightaway. Kaiser kind of came down a little bit there, if I'm being honest. One of them racing deals where you just have one car going up, one car going down, and 4 does not fit into 3, as we have just found out. Race car ducking back into pit road. Green flag back in the air. far, so good on the restart lap. No dramas at the end of lap number 1 back to green. Jeremiah Hobbs driving around the outside of Robert Peterson. Carla France checks up from the inside. And Jeremiah Hobbs will shoot through. He picks up the 3rd place position from Carla France. So Hobbs and the Midwest Motorsports crew are in a great drive right now back to the field. Wide deep in the pack here as guys like Tyler Grideau trying to cut their way back to the front along with Sean Kaiser after being collected in that incident. There is Mikael Robinson, the 5 guys. Chevy Camara having a close call to avoid our opening record of the night. LaFrance looking back to the inside of Hobbs. Seeking to make those moves down into turn number 1. Jeremiah Hobbs up top at the Denver mattress, number 12. And here we go, looking for 3 again. James Silvers was in the middle. Ross McColgan driving around the top side to pick off a couple. Oh, gets into the door of Mickey Tuttle. As the two come together off of turn 4, they're able to save it though. Silvers round the top side of Tuttle. Towards the front, Jeremiah Hobbs maintaining strong pace down to the inside for 3rd. Robert Peterson up on the high side. Trying to dig around the top to go to the podium. France right behind. Trying to recover some lost ground from earlier. Was formerly up in the 3rd for the Toyota Genuine Parts number 23, and now have to fight back to the bottom side. Pick off the spot again. Just not a lot of momentum on that inside line right now coming off of turn 2, it looks like. Look at Austin McColgan ripping the pseudo-Larson line up high by the wall. Austin McColgan is absolutely tearing this place up right now as he scrambles for the high side. Colgan can have a genuine shot at the top 5 or a podium here if he can keep this pace up for the duration. We are about halfway through stage 1. For the lead, Ryan Dingler to the inside of Farmer, trying to make that jump up into turn number 3. Dingler to the inside, the Waynesville Tire, North Carolina native up to the outside. And David Farmer hangs on for the spot. So Farmer started to pull away at a rapid pace right now, while just behind him, he's still got big battles going on for the final spots. Mullet before the podium and inside the top 5. Up high is Hobbs to pick off the spot from Robert Peterson, while just behind him, Spencer Ray and Connor LaFrance exchanging blows. And Ray able to tuck back in line, as is LaFrance. LaFrance on the backslide, his drop back to to 7th now outside of the top 5 and just can't seem to find the momentum that he needs to drag himself back up to the front. There is Bear Morton and James Silvers. They're also going to exchange blows. Davey Hazard still very much in the mix. Silvers able to get back to the high side of the number 9. Up front, Jeremiah Hobbs has somewhere along the line jumped Ryan Dingler. Now trying to battle for the lead. Farmer able to keep him at bay for the time being, but Jeremiah Hobbs is there. He is pounced. He wants to go for the top spot. Tracking off at turn 4. One car catches the wall. That's McColgan. 3 wide down the back straightaway. Dingler snipes second away. You feel that something is growing here as Farmer slips up. Hobbs gets to the inside, down on the apron, digging into turn number 1, clears him going down to turn number 1. Spencer Ray trying to cut through as well. 3 wide, multiple rows deep through turn 2, down the back straightaway. Phenomenal racing that we are having here this afternoon. And all I'm hoping is that, oh, well, there it is. McColgan going around, multiple cars getting pinged up into the air. Still crashes. Silvers is involved. Austin McColgan slides into the infield grass and a multi-car pileup on the front straightaway. Puts us out of the caution flag for the second time tonight, 25 laps in. Boy, that got hairy there for a little while as the pace car quickly going to take up its position at the head of the field. And we'll jump a bit further up the field here and see what happened. Coming off of turn 4, Colgan trying to go around the outside, and LaFrance just takes out Ryan Dingler from the bottom. 51 car spins down to the inside while Ryan Dingler gets pinged back towards the outside. Someone took a hefty shot into the wall. Man, that is a tough, tough break for a lot of cars. And it was Silvers. Oh my goodness, Silvers. A couple of brutal impacts, and he's going to take Mickey Tuttle with him. Pit stops underway. Gage Teff staying out. Everyone else is in. Rough ride for the Cornerstone Motorsports driver that has been so great this season. Still in the race with a lot of work to do now, and now without a patch repair. Body got out of it, and he didn't. Mickey Tuttle caught a piece as well. Oh my goodness. There's such a violent impact into the wall as well. And that all starts because Conor LaFrance tracked up the racetrack into the door. Number 16. Check up there and looked like on the outside kind of contributed to all of this. And well, we'll get set to do it all over again, but just about to kind of go into Jeremiah Hobbs' run. He only has 8 starts in this league. This is his first season with these guys. He's got 35 league starts as a whole and a grand total of 0 wins. So he definitely has got a big chance to make moves. So far, his best finish has been 4th. That came from the National Super Speedway just 1 week ago. Not 1 week ago. Math, work with me here. 2 weeks ago. Green flag comes back out as racing action resumes. And Teft scrambling to the inside. And Jeremiah Hobbs makes short work of Gage Teft for the lead. Now, no surprise here, Gage Teft. Laps pitted all the way back on lap 9, so he is down by about 16 laps on tires right now. And that is being made evident. We battle into turn 3. I would not be surprised if these multi-car crashes continue, by the way. There's just no way for anybody to break away from each other. The draft is reigning all supreme so far tonight. By 3 in some portions of this pack. Oh boy, looking for 4. Yassio getting cut in the middle. While Jeremiah Hobbs under fire by two-time defending champion Spencer Ray. Ray so far winless this season. Trying to get that number 6 car to its first win of 2025. Further back, Davey Hazard and Baron Morton both started top, went down low, trying to set up a run on James Silvers, and Morton's got it, looking for the inside now on Silvers, and he's going to fire through. Silvers pinching him in. But Baron Morton is able to get up and around him. And now Hazard with the run, nowhere to take it. He gets shut down hard by Baron Morton off of turn 2. Primetime Racing number 75 Toyota Camry. Tracking good off of 4. Clears. And Mickey Tuttle is looking like he wants to do the same. All of this while Jeremiah Hobbs has not allowed for Spencer Ray to break away for the race lead despite being overtaken quickly. He's been figuring out the line that Ray's running, and he has been learning. He's been closing up more and more and more, and he is now there and ready to pounce. Behind, 3 by 3. 4, looking for it. Bounty is not going to make the move. Jeremiah Hobbs looking for the inside for the lead once again. Hobbs takes the Denver mattress. Number 12 down low. Nearly gets into the door of Spencer Ray. Boy, a rough ride there for Jeremiah Hobbs as he tries to run down Ray for the lead of this race, but Spencer Ray is just not making it easy for him. Back in the field, drivers like Sean Bounty, Sean Kaiser, Alice Holscher, Jared Kuno are all still under a blanket as well. But by the way, we are past stage one. That completely flew under the radar with all the excitement that's been going on the last few laps. We hit the end of stage one about 2 laps ago. So stage points have been awarded in full. Back in the field, Robert Peterson, Conor LaFrance, 2 drivers that were once fighting for the top spots on the racetrack, now mired at the tail of the battle and trying to claw their way back to the order after getting collected in a couple of incidents so far tonight. That's allowed a few midfield runners to start to bounce their way back it up. Sean Malady, interesting enough, did not qualify for this race, or he qualified quite poorly for this race. He is up 11 positions into turn 1. And looking like David Farmer wants the party. Farmer out of nowhere, taking the North Carolina number 84 to the inside of the Shields number 6 Mustang. David Farmer back to the lead. This one is awesome, and this is exactly why the Chicagoland Speedway is one of my favorite mile and a half to run. It is so unlike anything that is run on the NASCAR calendar, and it always puts on good racing. Top 8, all under a blanket in the battle for the lead. Behind, looking for 3. Dallas Holscher forced to back out for the inside of Sean Kaiser. Austin McColgan right behind these guys wants to go. There you see Jacob Noyes working the top side of Goodwrench Services number 3 Silverado. Jared Kuno is 1 closer to a top 10. Oh boy, Silvers getting aggressive, trying to get up there and battle with his teammate Austin Gassion. Meanwhile, into pit road. Driver number 11 reversing damage on his car. Not sure if that's new or old damage, but Gassion is into the pits. Jeremiah Hobbs has been dropped off of the podium, and this side-by-side is letting Farmer break away. That might be what Silvers is going for, trying to get his teammate out in front. And sweeps around the outside of your 2-time defending champion to the lead. Gassion, regular 4-tire stop the box, no repairs on that number 11. So Gassion back on the racetrack, although it does look like he's taking the fast repair. So I'm willing to bet he hit the wall somewhere, had an unscheduled stop, and now he's good to go. So James Silvers trying to go around the outside of David Farmer. Farmer maintains his run for the lead, but his own teammate now has been running him down and now slides across the nose, and Silver's not going for the pass, trying to push him clear. Teammates going to work to try to fend off the field. Primetime Racing's Davey Hazard still runs back in third. Boy, Silvers is in a fight right now, and I mean, Davey Hazard on one of his best runs so far all season. Trying to see if he can hang on to a podium. Yeah, Barrett Morton not able to make the pass. And now we got the Cornerstone Motorsports 1-2, pulling away. Alex Penn, no doubt, aiding the CSM 1-2 as they try to rip clear of the field. Teammate coordination so important in these Gen 7 stock cars. Davey Hazard still under fire for third. All the while throughout the field, you still got battles like that of Robert Peterson, Jenkins, always Austin McColgan, and more. Sean Bounty and Jared Kuno making some light scraps as well, but it's still all eyes up front as this is the one to watch. Take a look here as these guys work their way down to the back straightaway, and look at how different the speed of the lines are on different points of the racetrack, and you'll understand why this track is awesome for racing. I mean, there's just so many different grooves you can take, and all of them have their own benefits, their own detriments. I mean, look at Mickey Tuttle ripping that outside lane, but gives up so much on entries, barely able to run it down the straights. Halfway home, 50 down, 50 to go. Treble front straight away. Multiple cars into the wall. Kuno's around. Sean Kaiser, I think, got collected, and the caution is out again. Caution number 3 on the night, and Kuno just came down across the nose. Sean Kaiser had it in there already. Spun up the track, collected Robert Peterson. Big lick into the wall, and Noise slips through the middle. Hard impact, Jared Kuno. Could argue was the one that caused that. Simultaneously gets the worst of it. Wow, Jacob. That is nuts. Right on board to the number 3. Slips by 1, and there's 2. So crash on the front straightaway. We'll be back in a moment on Greenflight TV.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
back to Green Flag TV, getting set to return back to Green Flag Racing as we enter the second half of racing action tonight. Caution number 3 comes out after Jared Kuno cuts down across the nose of Sean Kaiser. Clears himself, took Kaiser with him, and there were others that got involved as well. So 3 crashes, so far all of them happening off of turn 4 and in the tri-oval. As the field is gearing up to go back at it. We flying back in the air. Silver's out in front. Hazard makes the move quickly to get around Farmer to try to pick up the number 2 spot. Mickey Tuttle trying to get up top for third. No dice on either of them as Farmer remains alongside Hazard. Turn number 4 back to the front stretch. Oh boy! Robinson looked for the inside on Spencer Ray, but no joy. And looking like we're going to escape the first couple of laps without incident. Drivers looking like they're getting sucked into each other almost as the CSM 1-2 link up again. We're going to be able to work together now coming off at the quarters to try and pull a gap. Oh boy, McCall got off the wall almost into the door of noise. John Bounty continues to slowly but surely pick cars off one at a time, clawing his way back to the field as he is up to 7th now after starting back in 22nd. McColgan, though, screams around the outside. McColgan out of left field, getting up almost into the outside wall, entering turn 3. Hazard pushes across the nose. About the same time, you've got the 75, the 36, the 6, the 5, and the 57, all under a blanket. Tracking good around turn numbers 1 and 2 as we fight to the back stretch. Coming up to 40 laps to go this time by. There has not been one lap this race where they have not been packed up nose to tail like it's a dogfight at a super speedway. This has been insane. Look at McColgan back round the outside of 3. Gets into the wall though. Tell you what, the Sportsnet Camry is on a mission right now. Tracking around Mickey Tuttle for 4th. So McColgan will keep making drives. Mickey Tuttle still down on the inside. Davey Hazard in the mix as well as Davey tries to see what he's able to do. The Prime Time Racing Chicagoland number 75 Camry trying to make tracks. But after a strong crusade to try and pick a podium, he is now on the backslide. All the while, CSM 1-2 up in front. They've been in complete control from the drop of the green flag once they took that lead. But looking like Austin McColgan wants to break up the run. McColgan gets to the back of Silvers. Looks to the inside of Silvers. Tracking to the inside, to the door, contact up into the wall! McColgan keeps it off the fence! It's Silvers! Fights him down low! A mammoth battle for the lead of the race, and Austin McColgan gets through! Could Austin McColgan seek to take a race win this afternoon? He leads some of his first laps of the season. Only 2 wins in his OMSRL career. In fact, 2 wins in his entire career doing league racing on iRacing. His last one came from Michigan last year. He's going to quickly drop back, though, as Silvers and his teammate are able to retake the point. And McColgan on the backslide. Take one more look at the re-attack for the lead. It was a good effort. Race is not over yet, though. The fight you're looking at right now, you'd swear it's up at the front with how close it is, but this is for 17th. Look at everyone just packed up line of stern here. No one able to break away from the other, and this is causing some of the best racing that we've seen all season. Sean Bounty and Barrett Morton down in the turn at number 1. Looking for side by side to the back straightaway. Robert Peterson, by the way, is down as the 15 laps to go. Contact! Behind LaFrance, bodied by Jeremiah Hobbs onto the apron. Hobbs able to clear for the spot. A lot of these guys back here were up in the front fighting for positions, and they're trying to find a way to get back to the front. While others like Miguel Robinson can smell blood in the water, Robinson takes the inside of 3 of Davey Hazard and Spencer Ray. Oh, contact again. Hazard being trapped in the middle. And a ping pong, and they're able to sort it out. Jeez Louise, the racing tonight is next level. I'd put entire green flag runs onto the league spotlight if I could. It's a darn shame I can't. So the 75, the 53, the 6. Still under a blanket while Farmer, Purcell, Bounty, and Moore slice and dice. Oh, hard into the outside wall behind from Mikael Robertson. Dings into Mickey Tuttle. That's going to cause a slow up. Sean Bounty, Stephen Purcell, Barrett Morton, and Austin McColgan still under a blanket. 2 once again in a big breakaway. While we are 3 behind. And surely something is bound to go wrong somewhere here. As we fight off turn 2 to the back stretch. Back for third. Barrow Morton to the inside of Sean Boundy. Silvers and Farmer are well clear. These guys got to start working together, man. I mean, they're so folks are racing each other. They're not folks that will catch at the top 2 that continue to pull away every corner that they're side by side. Sean Bounty knows the long game. I'd be surprised if I saw him try to make that move back. Might not have a choice, though, because Spencer Ray gets to his outside trying to make the move himself. 3 wide behind. Jeremiah Hobbs in a bit of a ESM sandwich for a minute as he's able to get clear of both. Oh, McColgan catches the wall, causes a scramble. Still able to keep it out of each other now. 3 wide again. Robinson this time bodies Mounty up the racetrack. 3 by 3. I mean, I can't even say anything about it. I mean, it's the images speak for themselves. McColgan catches the wall again. Robinson tucks in line. Mickey Tuttle now trying to make a jump. Holy cow, I mean, this is... Sooner or later, the other shoe's going to drop, and we're going to get our 4th caution of the night. It's just a matter of when. McColgan and Jeremiah Hobbs are in lockstep with one another. While Boundy and Dingler troll, boy. Bit of a clearing of yourself there, but we've seen it work so far tonight. On board with Jacob Noyes, as I think finally we're starting to more or less get things settled out here. But man, these guys just do not know when to quit. Jeremiah Hobbs down low of Noyes as Noyes is able to pull clear. He's got eyes on Connor LaFrance just up the road and immediately drags to the back of him. Meanwhile, up towards the front, Spencer Ray closing in rapidly on Barrett Morton. They're now down 1.6 from the Cornerstone Motorsports 1-2 of Silvers and Farmer. Mickey Tuttle and Spencer Ray flirting with the outside wall. Tuttle catches it for a split second. Davey Hazard able to tuck in line. Mikael Robinson. And three wide again down the front stretch. Contact as Noise gets trapped in the middle of McColgan and Kaiser. Up top, almost into the wall goes Austin McColgan. Nowhere to go for the three. Sean Kaiser trying to side draft. It's not going to work. Jacob Noyes maintains the middle and clears. Kaiser down low. He's going to drop and now be under fire from Jeremiah Hobbs. Austin McColgan up top. Jacob Noyes still trapped in the middle. Jeremiah Hobbs and Sean Kaiser in the mix. This all in the battle for the last spot inside the top 10. Contact with Noyes. Puts McColgan in the wall. But still, that 51 Sportsnet Camry able to wrangle the 10th place spot. Another hip check into turn one. Racing is picking up with less than 20 laps to go. And this is for 10th. Imagine what the lead's going to be like if Ray, Tuttle, and Morgan catch the top two. They're side by side for fourth, but there's going to be a caution. It's going to come from these guys in the middle of all of this. Gage Taft and Ryan Dingler have thrown their hats to the ring. There we go. Round goes Jeremiah Hobbs. And finally, they flew too close to the sun. Caution is out for the fourth time tonight. Tough break for the driver that was fighting for the race win early, was looking for his first league win. What a tough break. We saw it coming. We knew it was going to happen. It was just a matter of when. Sean Kaiser just squeezed a little bit too much, I think, there. He got the 12 up into the wall. And Gage Taft had nothing he could do there. On board with Dingler. Pit stop's underway. As I think Robert Peterson's motor just expired and you heard a big explosion. Yep, that is indeed the case. Everyone else is in for last service of the night. Off and down, 4 tires and fuel for pretty much everyone. And with our 4th caution of the night, we are under it again. We'll be back in a moment on Green Flag TV.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Back to Green Flag TV, getting set to return back to Green Flag Racing with 11 laps on the docket. James Silvers and David Farmer, Cornerstone Motorsports teammates, were looking like they were going to be able to walk this one off, and now they're going to find themselves under some heavy fire as we get set to close out this race. Now, cautions breed cautions, and I would not be surprised if we're not done wrecking in this one. The Geico restart zone, just over 10 laps to go in round number 9 at Chicagoland. Silver's able to pull clear. Farmer trying to track clear for second, making tunnel, making the argument for third. Spencer Ray trying to get up there as well. We got trouble in cars on the back straightaway around. The 39 of Scott Griffin is into the infield. Spins it out in turn 3. No caution yet. He's throttled it up to get it back down off the racetrack, and looking like that's going to be game over for Scott Griffin's night. No yellow for this incident as he spins it on the back straightaway, puts one of the MWMF cars hard into the wall. That was Maxwell Kroll that's been forced into pit road, and I am willing to bet that he had help in that one, but it will for now remain a mystery. In the meantime, we got less than 10 laps to go. Scott Griffin around again, this time off of turn 2. Tags the inside wall. I think that lack of rear wing is kind of hampering him on the downforce train a little bit. You're going to take a look here as he drives by our backstretch camera and see how the entire back end is just missing on that car. So he's got next to no rear downforce on the thing, and he is, I think, going to be forced to the pit road. Spencer Ray trying to get around Farmer, but Farmer's doing a great job on playing rear gunner support. James Silvers took his first win of the season 1 week ago at the Nashville Super Speedway, looking like he might be able to go back-to-back here. That is providing nothing goes wrong in these last 6.5 laps, and that is a big if. Six to go. Mickey Tuttle trying to go round the long way. Connor LaBrance, Ty Grinnell. Still fighting with each other among themselves for the Eastern Stars Motorsports crew. Keeping guys become Robinson behind. Contact between the teammates. And as well as that, Jacob Noyes got crossed up out of turn 4. He's down onto the apron. Oh, Morton catches the wall big, coming off 4. 2 to the back straightaway. Nearly checks into Robinson. Now Austin McColgan still trying to rip that Larson line to get something going for him. Every ding to the wall tears that car up just a little bit more. James Silvers and David Farmer started to build a gap on Spencer Ray. Noise looking for 3, a bit further behind. Multiple cars into the wall, that time by all 4. You can see how much everyone is pushing each other, trying to get themselves up to the front of this thing and fight for any kind of scrap of spots there are left. Oh, Morton tracks into the door of Renault. Now, Conor LaFrance down to the inside of Morton. Tunnels into the wall. 2 laps, 3 miles of racing to go. Off of 2 to the back chute. No moves being made. Now, David Farmer finally makes the look. He's not going to blame teammates on the final lap. They got the gap to work with. Back to Spencer Ray. Silvers pulls clear. Farmer trying to make the move at the top spot. 1 lap to go. Does David Farmer have an answer for James Silvers? Screaming down the back straightaway for the final time. Into turn number 3. Hazard looking high. They're 4 wide behind. While Silvers hangs on. Back-to-back wins, and Silvers going to pick off another one. Cornerstone Motorsports 1-2 finish at Chicagoland. Wild scenes, and this was where they went 4 wide coming off of turn number 2. All the way down the back stretch and into turn 3. McColgan rebounding off the wall, gets the speed and pulls clear of all of them. But what a day for James Silvers. Back-to-back wins. And had to fight his teammate off to get the job done. He is going to celebrate big time on the front straightaway for the Waynesville, North Carolina native. Best race of the season. Hands down, best race of the season right there. That was phenomenal. The teammates will light it up. With a wild race behind us, this is how everything comes to a close. Cornerstone Motorsports 1-2 finish with James Silvers and David Farmer. Spencer Ray picks up 3rd along with Mickey Tuttle back and 4th. Tyler Greneau was in 5th with Conor LaFrance back in 6th. Barry Morton was in 7th. Mikael Robertson was in 8th. Austin McColgan in 9th. Davey Hazard closes out the top 10. From there, Sean Kaiser finishes it off in 11th with Sean Bounty in 12th. Dallas Holscher in 13th. Austin Gassione in 14th. Jeremiah Hobbs in 15th. Dingler, Noise, Rucker, Purcell, and Swafford close out the field with the, they close at the top 20 with Teff, Loya, Kroll, Griffin, Peterson, and Kuno rounding out the field. 5 to 3 cars did not finish this race. Holy cow. What a race. What a drive. That was purely epic from start to finish. And we'll get a chance now to give a chit chat here to all of the drivers that come home at the end of the night of this absolutely barn burner of a show for the Chicagoland Speedway. As we'll bring up James Silvers into the broadcast booth with this one. James, back-to-back wins and your first 2 wins on this season as well. And I think you owe your teammate a beer after this one because that was insane, the teamwork between the two of you to break clear when it seemed like no one else was able to do it.
Yeah, that was probably some of the best driving I've done, man. I've just so proud of myself. I'm so proud of my team, and I'm proud of Farmer. I knew he was really, really fast tonight, and that's 2 weeks in a row he was the fastest car, and I kind of screwed him on strategy and ended up taking it from him. But yeah, I just realized whenever I could get up front and sit up there, and for that last run before we had the run to the finish there, I knew I was going to have to be able to try to outsave him, and he was just a little bit better towards about like 14 laps to go. So the caution really helped me out right there a lot. But I'm just so proud of another 1-2 finish for Cornerstone, man. We've been doing so good recently.
This one really came down to the wire. It was looking like it was going to be very, very solid between the two of you. You're working together. You're being calm. All of a sudden, he makes the look in turn 3. Was that kind of an unsaid agreement between the two of you? You know, whatever happens on that last lap, we're going to race it out?
Yeah, well, I kind of messed up a little bit, and I got into that corner, and I hit the wall, and I was like, well, I guess, because Alex was telling us, he said, y'all got enough distance behind you. If y'all want to race, you can race. But me and Farmer, we've known each other for a long time, and we'll always race each other hard, but we always race each other clean, and glad to have him as a teammate, and glad for him to walk out second tonight as well.
And looking forward into the next few weeks, only a couple of weeks remain in the regular series season at this point in time. And next week we swing to Rockingham. Do you reckon a hat trick's on the line in North Carolina? Sorry, one of your home tracks.
Yeah, I'd definitely like to try to make it 3 in a row like old Christopher Bell. And well, I mean, I really like Rockingham too. I've had a lot of experience there. That's for official races, that's actually my best track statistically. Whenever, well, not like stats wise, but having wins in a row. The most wins I ever had in a row for official ovals was at Rockingham, and I won 5 straight at that track. So hopefully we can try to roll what we've been doing and keep the momentum up and just Cornerstone speed, man. We've been doing such a good job, and crew chief's nailing it every week with strategy. And just like to thank everybody at Cornerstone and everything that makes everything go around, and like to thank you, Nolan, and everybody at Green Flag TV for putting on an amazing broadcast. Y'all do an amazing job. Like to thank everybody at OMSRL for putting together a great league, and like to thank all the sponsors at Cornerstone. I'd like to thank Aerial Professionals, WNC, Function Junction Smoke Shop, GG's of Waynesville, North Carolina, Mountain View Detailing, and Waynesville Tire. And I'd like to just shout out Cornerstone one more time, man. I couldn't be more proud of Alex and David and everybody at the team.
That was James Silvers, the driver to Waynesville, North Carolina, coming home with back-to-back wins this afternoon. And now, for the man that almost took the back-to-back away from him, David Farmer, your second 1-2 finish here with Cornerstone Motorsports. But for the second time, you're on the backslide. But I think it's safe to say this 1-2 finish would not have been possible had it not been for the team effort that you put in to push Silvers clear. Talk us through the race and how you're able to fight through the field and eventually overcome the drafting odds tonight.
Yeah, I mean, we had a couple decent runs early on, but nothing too long to let your tires really shine or not. Came back to the end there after the stage. We had a caution on lap 51 maybe, and that was the long run. And I saved my tires quite a bit riding behind James, and I think I had the tire advantage, but who knows? It doesn't matter anyway at this point because the caution came out and ruined all that. But hey, I'll take the 1-2 again, back to back.
Kind of talk us through what the mindset was with about 2 laps to go. That's when you finally decided to try to make the move. Was that a plan to the back of your head, or was that more kind of spur of the moment?
Yeah, I mean, I knew the arrow, you get so arrow tight at this track. I knew riding behind him, I wasn't going to gain any ground. And so with a couple laps left, I think we were about a half second out at that point from the third place guy. So I just decided to try it, see what happened. I gained a little bit of ground, but then I just got close to him and got air tight again. So it was unfortunate in that regard. But James beat me off pit road. He was much faster on and off pit road and got this victory.
Next week, we swing down to the Rockingham Speedway. Silvers was confident of the potential to go for win number 3, but do you reckon this time, if it is another 1-2 finish, it'll be you that's on the top step?
Well, unfortunately, this will be my drop race. I'm actually going on vacation next week, so I'll have to miss the race. But I wish the best of luck to James and everybody else. Hopefully, he can go pull out the 3-peat. But we'll have to. I'll be watching from afar.
Well, in that case, we'll see you then for your home race at Kentucky in 2 weeks.
Yep, that's it. That's right. That's my bread and butter track. Outside of New Hampshire, that was my second track I had circled on the old schedule. So we'll have to see what we can do.
David Farmer to Bowling Green, Kentucky, coming home number 2 this afternoon, and we'll bring up number 3, Spencer Ray, the 2-time repeat champion, into the broadcast booth. Spencer, it was a hard-fought race all throughout tonight, and nobody was able to get away from each other, it seemed.
Yeah, that was it was hard to pass, but it was a lot of fun. I just couldn't do anything with those two up front running the wall. Basically just trying to keep the 53 behind me at the end.
Kind of talk us through the drafting battles, because it's not often at a mile and a half we get these sort of massive drafting fights. It felt more like we were at Auto Club or Michigan than at a mile and a half.
Yeah, I was surprised by that. I mean, I was riding the brake for like half the corner, and we were still all packed up like that. So, not what I expected.
Well, what about Rockingham? It's the last sub 1.5 mile track before the chase comes along. Do you reckon a win's on the cards for you in North Carolina?
I hope. I used to like that track, and then they redid how it races, and I'm not a huge fan of it anymore. But we'll see how it goes.
All right, Spencer, we'll wish you the best of luck. Congratulations, though, on taking a hard-fought 3rd place tonight, and we'll see you next week.
Yep.
Spencer Ray out of Columbus, Ohio, comes home number 3 this afternoon, and that is going to take us to the end of racing action this afternoon. That was, I mean, it almost defies description. That was insane. That was awesome in every stretch of the word, and that I do not think could have gone any better than it did this afternoon. I mean, what a race. What a wild show we had. It's not the only show we got coming up, though, on Green Flag TV, as on Wednesday, the Beer League comes over into their final leg of the season. They'll swing down to Elkhart Lake, Wisconsin, and to Road America to close out their 10th season of competition. The Speed Cup Series is back for more in the Sunshine State, as we'll go racing at Homestead Miami Speedway. That will then take us through Saturday night with the SRA IEL Truck Series for round number 11 at the Music City 150 at the Nashville Super Speedway, while the ASRL Xfinity Series brings it up at Irwindale Speedway at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time on Sunday. Monday night's still off. We'll announce the HRL schedule once they get that out, and then, of course, OMSRL will be back for more at the Rockingham Speedway next week. If you want to find out more about who we are and what we can offer you, check us out today at www.greenflytv.com. As always, my name is Nolan Rempel. Holy cow, what a ride. Thank you, everybody, so much for joining us for this awesome, awesome race. We'll see you when we go racing next week at The Rock.